Alright, welcome back guys, hopefully we are all up and running now. We're going to give it 1 second, make sure we are, and then we're going to kick back into where we were. I do apologise about the recurring technical issues, it is something we're working on. At the moment we can't work out why, but we will get there. Alright, so it looks like we're up and running now. Hopefully the audio is good again as well, so we will continue.
So there's Duragar looking at something in the middle of this cavern, all excitedly.
You just cast tongues.
Yeah.
What are they saying?
We found more. It will keep us protected. Get it to the smith.
It's terribly vague. Oh, the whole time I'm just like uttering to the group as well, so I'll just mirror what you're saying.
Then you hear something like, maybe we can get more of ours back.
Say more of ours back. Who's taking it?
And then you see a few of them coming with pickaxes and just start smashing the rock around it, and they grab a big chunk of this red stone and take off down a corridor.
If a little shard pops off, I would like to try to pick it up myself.
They're fairly expert miners, they know exactly what they're doing, and this is a very precious resource.
Can I try and bump one as they swing to do it?
That's a bad idea.
Do you have a backup character ready?
How about you go follow the guy that took the big clump and see where he's going?
Yeah, I'll follow him then.
Are you doing it stealthily?
Yes.
It's probably a good idea.
27.
Yeah, so he goes down this corridor, you follow him seemingly unseen.
Yeah.
You get to the end and there's a large forge in here.
Now before you get to the end, how long is the corridor?
How far are you following it before you get to the end?
Well, I'll follow him to the end, but if we get like...
It takes you about 300 feet to open up into this
Yeah,
forge.
once we get about 100 feet in, I'll probably try and step up behind him and chip off a little piece.
Yeah, I mean roll for it if you want.
While he's considering how much he likes his character, seeing how much they care about this particular red rock, I just shift my illusion, so I've got like bands of like silver or like gold, but with like the rocks in it and a similar headband, so it looks like I have multiple pieces of jewellery with it on.
Yep.
I feel like we should just pass through.
Can I stealthily trip him so he falls?
Yeah, you could try.
Trip disappears into
What am I rolling?
So to trip him, it's going to be a
That's
3 death saves. So the trip, well, you're probably going to have to roll a stealth to make sure you can stay stealth, and also a dex to make sure you can get into place.
Alright, well,
And both
stealth.
with disadvantage.
The stealth is 14. And the dex is 6.
So how are you trying to do this?
Well, I would have tried to like just quietly sneak up, lay down, and trip him, but apparently what I did was just run straight into him.
So you've thought you're being heap sneaky, you've run out in front of them, and you're just this cat lying down on the ground, waiting for them to run past. And they sort of look down, really confused, step over you and keep running. Then they kind of look at each other, look back over their shoulder, and keep running.
I'm trying to that around.
I don't think finding out this red rock is worth getting killed over. Should we just try and find the next way out?
Yeah. It's not what we're here for.
Yeah.
It's going in the noggin, no.
For sure. Keep notes.
As you're talking, you notice a couple of these sets of eyes turn to stare at you. And you see a fairly large Dwagar stand up and walk over to you and just say something to you in a very harsh tone that you don't understand.
If I attempts to blend into the crowd, then just starts talking around.
Did your spell still go?
Yeah, how long does it last?
I believe it's like an hour.
Okay.
I will check that. 1 hour, yep.
So it just sounds complete gibberish and you go, what are you doing here? Who are you? And you see a few more of them come standing, flanking this guy now.
Show him your no tongue business.
Who are all these?
Casting stealth into the crowd.
You're trying to stealth into the crowd of Dwagar as a giant white cat.
25.
Yeah, I said in common. We are his bodyguard as he passes through this territory.
Over Earthers, he responds in common.
We're just passing through. Have a good day. Just start slowly walking past.
Okay. He steps back and gestures for an open passage.
I'm gonna make an insight.
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah, he seems safe.
I do as well.
That one.
No.
16.
That was easy.
I'm so big. Why would they? That'd be, of course, they'd be afraid of me.
16.
You feel like it's a very bad idea
Yeah.
just to go through.
I'm gonna slap Medrith on the shoulder, and then just like try and gesture as least phallically as I can, giant snake.
I'll just say, I'll say to him, sorry, that's not the path we need to take.
He looks at you.
He says you like men's cocks. I'm sorry, I rolled an insight check. It didn't go well.
Well,
And then I start walking in the direction gestured.
He looks at you and goes, "Why are you trying to deceive me?"
oh, fuck it. I'll drop it and just like, well, I didn't want you to get kind of shitty.
You're kind of the least of our problems down here.
This is a giant snake.
Oh, giant snake.
Yeah, not men's cock. Giants. I mean, I know you could get them confused. Giant snake. Just
Just to be clear, we do have a mature warning, so 15, block your ears for a little bit.
yeah. We're gonna talk about this later.
Well, we don't want to be a problem, we just want to pass through.
You come in here with deceit.
They want to get stabbed. It's more caution than deceit.
And you remain wrapped in deceit. Stares at you.
We don't judge. He's rather disfigured.
He
Points in places.
holds his hand out and you see this strange purplish glow that you saw up in the mushroom caverns. And it just ripples out from him and you feel your illusion just drop. And you feel this glow on your shoulder as you go back to your human form.
Wait, what does he look like right now?
Oh, were you still human with the jewellery?
Yeah,
All the jewellery just disappears. off
and
him,
the
essentially.
camo yeah.
Ah.
So now he's wearing his normal robes.
Okay, so he still looks like himself. Okay. Just minus that. Anything else?
Okay, wait. Alright. We came here shrouded in deceit. Yeah, sure, whatever. You got problems?
Yes. Don't we all?
What kind of problems? Do you need a hand? We're down here, we're heading in a direction. Are you trying to point us towards your problems in hopes that we stab them to death?
Well, truth be told, I was hoping they would eat your brains.
Oh, shit.
Good luck with that.
No, he's got a point.
Like a figuratively brains or literally brains?
He gestures to one of the Dwagon with a big cut across the top of his head that hasn't healed back over a large scar that carves through it.
Jafar is in the group who don't, and he thinks he's stealthed really well, so he's pretending to act like them.
I turn to Kara. I'm like, you know what that means, right?
As I feared, Illithids.
I was really hoping we weren't deep enough. There's gonna be a problem.
She turns and starts speaking in Undercommon.
That would have been helpful.
Well, you did charge ahead and try and do weird things, and she's like, well, I'm staying clear of this.
I could barely see.
And she starts talking. You hear her talk, because he's still got comprehend languages on. She's asking about the bands he's wearing around his head, and he sort of begrudgingly nods and says, yes, this is a stone that they mine to protect their minds. But many of his people are still enslaved. And he wishes them to be freed, and that's what they're working towards, to protect his people, to get them out.
Is there a whole hive down here, or just one or two?
He turns to you and says, "It's a city."
Oh, shit. Do I even know what these things are?
Roll history.
Nope.
Lucky boy. She goes back to talking and tells this dwarf guy her journeys to get them under the mountain again. Is there any other way? And basically the response, just back the way you came, and over the top of the earth, or past the city, if you're brave enough.
So the only way is through the city.
Yeah. Or around it? Around it?
Kareth starts talking. She turns and says to all of you, "Come. There is a vast ocean down there. It is maybe possible to sneak past. They, from what I understand, they will probably find us. But we might get lucky."
What is this that everyone is afraid of? I've not heard of this
I
term.
don't know, they just talk about eating brains, and that's enough to be afraid of for me.
Okay.
You spent enough time underground, I trust. You seem comfortable down here.
I've spent some.
So surely you've heard of Illithids.
I've not heard of this name, no.
Oh, the common, I believe, is Mind Flayer.
There is dwarves have a lot of things to contend with underground. A lot. Just shit comes up from the earth and tries to kill us constantly. These are the things that keep us awake. They are the boogeyman.
Oh, they beat me to it down. Okay. So,
But they're very real.
where are we trying to go?
We're trying to find.
Are we trying to find the snake, brother, or are we trying to find the hammer right now? What's our primary objective?
I have a feeling that they'll line up. Or if we deal with one, it'll be easier to deal with the other.
From what Vivana told you, the snake had taken residence underneath where the lava chambers under the mountain were.
Right.
So if you're going there, it's going to be fairly close for both.
It's going to be something to knock out on the way anyway. So, and he knows of no other way apart from through the city, and we have to go underground for the Drow's sake, because we're getting the Drow armies through underground.
Mm-hmm.
She starts talking to him again and says if he knew another way, he'd be taking his people out through there.
True, that's true.
Are you looking to go deeper, or are you just looking to get out?
You're speaking to the
Yeah,
dragon?
the player.
I'm looking to bring my people back to me and protect their minds.
We've got a little bit of an army coming. How many men do you have?
Roll persuasion.
Nope.
Well done.
So I can tell you, and you can kill us in our sleep. I don't think so.
You're nowhere near a dwarven city. It's her army, not mine.
We have enough.
I'm asking if it came down to it, if you'd want to fight with us, that's all. Would you rather die here hiding in a hole?
How
or-
many do you have?
Shit, I don't know. Cowards, how many do we have?
Like, well, 300 that will probably come to arms.
With experienced magic users, all of them?
Not all.
Are we
Some.
mind protection to stand a chance at all, or
I wouldn't think it best. All I want is to take my people out of there. The rest of them down there in chains can stay.
Wait, so you've got people in there that aren't enslaved properly yet,
They're all enslaved.
but they have their mind still ready to be
We can bring it back.
consumed? Well, if we go past, we'll see what we can do. But other than that, I mean,
What do you know of the Illithids?
enough. Spent enough time in the Underdark.
Then you would know they don't always just eat the brain.
Oh.
Labor is a commodity.
Usually there's a little bit of a snacking on, at least, to keep them docile. If we end up in a round with them and we see your people, we'll do what we can, but I feel like you understand that if we don't need to, we wouldn't.
I wouldn't if I was you.
But how are we going to make it through without any protection?
Luck. Dumb luck.
You'll need a lot of that
Yeah.
to survive down there.
If it was easy as dumb luck, they'd probably be trying more often.
You're gonna say no to this, but would you be able to spare any of those circuits on your head?
You're smarter than you look. No.
Yep. that answer your question?
Yeah.
Kara starts sort of conversing with him. They'd be willing to trade if you have something of value. But these stones mean a great deal to them.
Yes. Is there any way we can find more of these stones for them?
Not as well as they could. If we found some, how would we use them? If one of you come across a patrol of yours or something that is dead.
Have a runesmith craft something for you.
Luckily, I am a qualified runesmith.
Have this one crafted for you
It's
then.
most fortunate.
Can you... Do we have any kind of magic that can find stuff?
If you give me a day,
Yeah? Would you know if it could find rocks inside of walls?
I mean, I've never tried.
Do these. Do the other druggers speak common?
You're not sure.
I attempt to converse with some of the ones around.
They ignore you.
What's your name? Asking the Durgar.
That's none of your business.
None of your business. Strangely common name.
You realize you're now going to be called none of your business to him.
I don't care.
Alright.
He means nothing to me.
Alright, none of
You
your
mean
business.
so much to me, none of your business.
I'm gonna walk up out of the crowd up to him now and hello, I'm Jafar. I'm willing to trade. I'm gonna pull out some dwarven weapons and hand him some of these. What quantity of this will give me a nice armband like you from
You
headband?
see his eyes light up a bit as you pull out. I'm guessing this is stuff from under the mine?
Yes, it is.
Yes. He just starts babbling in Underdark. You don't even understand what he's saying. He probably doesn't understand it himself. As he snatches it and runs down the hallway towards where you just snuck out of moments ago.
I follow him.
I feel like we all follow him.
Yeah.
If Kawareth stays there with none of your business, I'll stay with them and try and.
None of your business is the one running with the sword.
Yeah. Just only
His
move
name is
forward.
actually none of your business.
It's pronounced differently in this time.
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah, we'll follow down.
Yes.
He's taking to where the forge.
George and Undercom.
Yeah.
And he rushes up to where you almost got to. Comes out to a forge, and there's a female Dwargar,
A runesmith, by any
a
chance.
runesmith.
See, I know. I'm a runesmith myself. I can talk about that.
You can tell because she's not wearing the normal blending in robes. She's wearing armor plated with runes all over them. And she's sitting at a forge. It doesn't look like a normal forge. It's no fire.
Does she have one of the cool hammers?
Sorry?
Does she have a cool hammer?
No hammer at all, in fact.
Oh, wild.
And he runs in and she sort of looks up startled and he places it down in front of her. And as she looks at it, her eyes just go completely wide. None of your business turns around.
Nanya, what's wrong?
How much of this do you have to trade?
How much would it take to get a headband?
If we have enough, is it enough to attack them? Is this... if you had enough of this, is this enough to mount an attack against these people?
No.
But it is genuine. We found it where I found the Hammer of Morden and lifted it from its resting place.
That's humble brag.
What did I tell you about deceit? Don't lie to me, boy.
I was not.
That is a solid truth and a half. You know Abbathor?
Yes, good friend of mine.
Not personally. He's free. World's going to shit up there. You guys will be fine down here. You don't need the moon anyway.
He turns around and starts speaking to this woman in undercommon.
Perhaps not mention that until later.
You hear him say, sounds like their brains are already addled. Don't know if these will even help them.
You can't ride.
Well, I started looking around at whatever else is in this place.
I say 1x for one armband. Well, sorry, headband.
Not even close.
To try.
So 2 headbands for 1 axe then?
Not even close.
He wants to go
Wow,
the other
4.
way. He wants to go the other way. How many axes do you actually have? Well, I mean, not axes, like.
Was that an axe or a sword?
Oh yeah, what did you bring up?
An axe.
And so he picks the axe up again, looks it over. Well, I have 1 axe now. Hits the ground with it.
If I will offer you 3 axes for 1 headband.
How many do you have?
Enough to buy 3 headbands.
You do not know the price.
It is. 3 axes for a headband.
Kareth goes, stands up and says, they are generally fairly amicable when we trade, but don't push them.
He hasn't said no to 3 axes for a headband.
I've asked you what you have. You know what we have.
How many headbands do you have?
He points at the stone. We'll have more soon. None to spare now.
So, we can't trade us any then.
Not just yet.
How long does it take for you to make a headband?
It'll be done soon.
I got to the runesmith and I asked her, how to word without her just spitting on me like everything else does. I just say, where did you learn your craft?
She sort of squints her eyes a bit and turns her head. She doesn't seem to understand you.
Oh,
I'm guessing you're not speaking in Undercommon?
no, yeah, no, 100%
Well, then you just insulted her mother and she's furious.
yeah. I just nod and walk away. Yeah, I got nothing.
Smooth.
How many of these for a headband?
How many do you have? Don't make me ask again.
Scarcity changes value.
Supply and demand.
We value honest trade down here.
Honestly, I can't tell you. All I've got is this one shield. He's the one that's carrying all of it. You literally have to bargain with him.
It's like 20
Ra
plus,
has 20 weapons.
plus a few extras that we're carrying.
But they're not for trade.
Mine's for trading and carry one.
And how many of you are there down here?
Right now. Oh wait,
Well, technically.
Cowarth might want. I mean, to come. Cowarth, do you want to come?
No. But the gods ask it of me.
Okay. So we'll probably end up needing. Do we think Bill's gonna?
I was thinking she might come this way, but whether they'll trade with her.
Yeah. Well, she has more. She needs it.
Well, if she does come this way, she'll be riding on a wave of snakes.
She should be alright.
Yeah.
5.
What?
That line.
Never mind.
Our minds fried.
Yeah.
Drugs.
I can tell.
Stay away, kids.
We saw some mushroom people. I think they fucked us up.
Yes, we often trade with them.
Delicious.
You provide us with all those weapons. We can provide you with a headband.
With a headband.
All those weapons. One headband.
Or, start speaking Undercommon, a ring for each of you.
That'll do the same.
No,
That
but it
will
will help.
help our mind or just in general.
It will help your minds.
Okay.
All of them.
You see him gesture, and the room woman lifts her hand. She does wear a ring.
Mm.
It's a much smaller piece of stone.
Yeah.
15.
Perhaps you should identify them to see what they do.
I can pick one up. Oh, I can't because I mentioned them. Can I inspect your ring? Well, can I inspect her ring?
Perhaps you
No.
should allow him
She
to
looks at you
inspect it.
completely.
Yeah, I got to say to her then switch to him.
And he says something in undercommon, which you understand. He looks at the weapons as fair trade. Give it to him. She,
I take it and I cast identify.
Wait, no. One day.
You don't have it prepared.
No, I do.
Okay.
It
Okay.
is of my domain.
Oh.
And yeah, I'll cast Identify. I take 11 minutes.
it's a magic ring.
It's magic.
Wow, that was so worth 11 minutes.
Yep.
Just for the record, Joe knows 11 minutes. I'm just keeping an eye on Jafar, because he's Jafar, the greatest rogue in the land.
Yeah. What else is in this forge?
There's literally nothing. It's actually surprising how bare it is in here.
I put
Especially
on-
for a forge where usually there'd be a lot of instruments to craft.
Is she crafting at all?
No, she's stopped what she's doing. She's sitting there waiting for instructions.
I put on the ring. Do I feel anything?
You don't feel anything.
It's more of an art, science. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Don't worry, I 100% understand that. I literally make myself feel better by playing foot.
You make a good point.
I take off the ring and hand it back.
Yeah, she takes it and still looking up at you, a little bit flighty in the eyes, puts it back on.
Jafar will trade you 20 weapons for 2 headbands.
I think it's all. I think we kind of all want to be covered by something.
Jafar wants headbands.
Starts talking to the runekeeper. They start discussing whether it's fair. She takes the weapon again and looks it over, waves her hand over it, and you see it glow a little bit. She looks up and just starts nodding really quickly. Deal.
Alright, I pull out 20 weapons for him.
Yep.
And then I pull out
Second.
my special one, which is the German Crusted Warhammer and the meat and stuff, which I got bored of because it doesn't do anything. Pull out. Jafar also has this special item. Perhaps this is worth 1 ring by itself.
Leans forward to take it.
Yeah.
Hands it down to the runekeeper. She starts looking it over. She taps on the gems around the side a bit. She said it's not fair. We'll give you 2 rings and 2 headbands for what you've given us.
I agree.
Poor cows.
Very well. Get to it.
What do you mean? She's getting one.
2 rings, 2 headbands.
Just
She's getting 2 headbands and 2 rings. Y'all get nothing.
Well, I'm getting old. You all get
You just
nothing.
get all blinged
Jafar's
out.
gonna wear all this stuff, just to be clear. It's
I would
wear-
very happily not wear a ring, so she can.
Sure.
So you see this runekeeper turn to this stone and just place a hand on it, and you see it start vibrating on the platform, and chunks of it just start breaking off away from it until it's just a large gem. And then she starts waving her hands over it, and you see it sort of small fissures winding their way through the stone. As it starts, looks almost like it's being cut through with magic, and very slowly.
Yeah.
She's working on it.
Jafar sits down to watch and pulls out a barrel. Starts eating some fish.
You have like somewhere I could lay down, get some rest.
Plenty of caves back that way.
I just mean like a nook where I won't bother you, so I can sleep on some rock.
Plenty of caves back that way.
You're an ornery bastard, you know that? Jesus, trying to put some gears behind this, and I just won't go ahead and moderate.
Have a good day, Nanya.
So you're heading out?
Yeah, I'll head back into that main room, I guess, and try and find a spot to sit and wait. And
You
have a
figure
nap.
you'd probably be able to underwear you'll drop down. That's sort of small, fairly easy to keep an eye out.
I'll set up the hut. Make
Set up the what?
the hut.
Yep.
And make it look like rock. And
I attempt to cook one of the fish in the forge.
In what forge?
Isn't there a forge there? Is it like a fire?
There's no fire.
Alright.
It's a very
in
strange
fact,
looking forge.
distinctly said there was no
I'm
fire.
very intrigued by this fireless forge.
And it looked like it was going to be taking quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did also say before that it would probably be a while before it could be made, but
Yeah. So let's nap.
Yeah, get back and rest.
If we want to pause it, keep watch.
I can watch. Yeah.
I'll wake me up when you're done.
I spend an hour watching the forge to get bored and head back.
So you rest there for a little while. I need both of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Me?
Yep.
Nice. That's 13.
So you rest for a while. You keep an eye out, roll perception.
8.
Seems pretty quiet, nothing really happens. You wake up with a level of exhaustion and sort of gasping for breath a little bit
Fun.
until you sort of stabilise and come to think of it, you've never really been this far into the earth with so little oxygen. And you regulate your breathing and you're okay, but you're just feeling quite tired.
Did I get my other stuff from a long rest?
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah.
I have the crispest nap I've had, or the sleep I've had in like 40 years.
Truth is, can they wake you up in the morning?
I hope not.
Jafar slaps him.
With a fish.
I slap you back. Well, I try, but you go on.
So you wake up, you're feeling rested.
I feel worse. Anyway,
You don't look very good.
I don't feel very good.
Jafar goes to collect his stuff.
So you head down, walk down the alleyway, and you see her standing over this large red stone,
Still going.
fishes carving through it. Looks like it's still a little ways off.
Can I estimate the progress on how long it will take?
Roll insight.
With disadvantage now? 'Cause I'm
Yeah.
Not great. 15.
You figure, judging by the looks of it, it's probably going to be a couple more rests.
Well, my last rest went so well. Can I think of any other way that I could get a better rest?
Maybe somewhere with more plants.
I know some plants. Like, do mushrooms need oxygen?
Don't know.
I really don't. Me and Bellis.
I mean, any plant life needs some form of oxygen.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the level amount probably is the
You
less.
figure it would be better up there.
Yeah.
Jafar's just gonna start talking to his summon trigger.
So which ones?
Any of them.
They all ignore you. Unless you
That's
go to
okay,
the-
Jafar doesn't care. He keeps telling them stories of his great escapades.
Can I get a sense of, like, what kind of magic she's using to carve this rock?
Yeah, nothing you've ever seen before. You've heard of rune crafters, where they wear this armor and wear this jewellery, and the magic from that is used to craft magic items. Very ancient sort of techniques.
Yeah. Like, different to, I assume, how all my stuff's been enchanted.
Yes,
Yeah.
very different.
Cool.
Yeah, usually to make magic items, you know that spell slots are used by magic users to imbue the magic. This is something where it's not spell slots, it's magic items that are already imbued, creating, basically replicating themselves to some degree, and then just changing the ways they interact.
Cool.
But you should
Like-
know as a rune crafter.
Fun. I mean, I do. I was just reminding myself. But, like, so it's more like having a magical source and changing it to something usable sort of thing.
A bit like an alchemist stone.
Okay, cool. No, that's just interesting. So,
Yeah.
So when we think if you rest, does that mean essentially a few days?
Yeah.
how hard is it to get back up into the mushroom place?
You wouldn't know.
Well, I'll go there, look up. Can I see?
You see sort of strings of
Vines.
this goop hanging down, but it's a fair way up.
How far?
Probably about 20 feet.
20 feet. I will tie a grappling hook onto my rope and try and throw it and see if it catches on anything.
Yep, roll to hit.
Is that like dex or
I just rolled a hit, like a
just
d20.
D20? 16.
Yep, so you throw it straight up and it gets caught.
Does it look
and-
like the vines are helping it up or letting
yeah,
it
it seems to be pulling it up.
Okay, well, I'll climb up
Yep.
and try and rest up there as much as I can.
Yeah, so you sort of climb up and you get your hands up and then you feel these things wrap around your hands and start dragging you up through. After a couple of minutes and coughing a little bit as you get
Yeah.
restricted, even less oxygen, you do get spewed out essentially onto the platform.
Convenient plant elevator.
And you see a mushroom hop past, look at you, and keep hopping.
pull up and nap there, I guess.
I think this is a good idea, and I'll basically try to do the same, but I'll climb up the wall and
So probably how you try and climb up?
just hand over hand.
Strength check.
Yeah, 23.
Yep. So you manage to get up there fairly comfortably. Reach your hand out and it sort of starts lashing around you.
Put the body in.
It takes a bit longer because you're a bit heavier, but it does pull you through.
Then I'm not going to stop in the mushroom area. I'm going to try to navigate my way back to the lake which had fish.
Yep.
And I'm going to sort of sit on the edge of that with the javelin and just every now and then take a pot shot at a fish.
How are you going to try and find your way back?
Well, I've navigated to here through the spongy area.
Essentially, you're following a wall most of the way around.
Yeah.
And came through a few rooms to get to this point. So if you find your way back to the wall, you can probably make it. There's going to be a bit of a trek still.
Yeah, I think I've got a couple of days. It's not.
Yep.
Time's not a particular issue. Food's going to be the issue. So.
Yep. So you managed to do that fairly easily if you're following the way you came in.
Then eventually I'll find this lake and I'll put a glowy rock under. Just sit there with my javelin. Sort of have
In the days gone past, I suggest to Cass. Do you want to see if you can try and find rocks in the wall?
Sure, why not? Do we have a couple of days here that we can use? Alright, so one of the days I'll change out, I'll chuck the locate object on my list, and with the rock, I'll see if I can pick up anything else that's within 1,000 feet.
What do you name it?
Oh, red lyric.
trademarks like that.
Ask Nanya what the rock's called.
That's a good question. I cast tongue. Wait, no.
Get Carrots to ask.
Yeah, I go to cast tongue and go, bad idea, and then do that process. Get her, ask her so she can tell me. Tell her so she can tell me what that is.
How you just picture
Help
the
me help
objects?
you. So she goes and asks, and they don't have a name for it.
Ooh, Valius,
Yeah?
you get to name it.
Do you like the name Glowy Glowy Red Red?
Well, go red. And then I start searching for Glowy Red. And I'm just like down the cavern and see if I can pick it up in any of the walls. Because I know.
So you're actually searching for glowy red.
Yeah, searching for Glowy Red.
So you sort of run your hand along these caves, along these walls.
I'll also be looking out for with like because I've done work in mines and smithing, just seeing if I can pick up any like faint veins that they've missed, like any signs of a vein.
So you do feel glowy red as you come around the other side of the wall. It does look like similar, sort of where they're mining, but a little bit to the side. You can sense you feel it's actually not too far away, probably only 100 feet away.
I mean, I'm not very good at mining, but do you want to give it a shot?
You can go grab Kara. Tell they're a bunch of Durga there, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean they're all in the mine.
Yeah.
I go find Nanya, and I say, Nanya, I got my friend to search for the rock. We're pretty sure there's some right through here.
Yes. Probably with your dead gods and hammers of the gods.
Alright, fuck this. I pick up like big axe and just like start going out of
And I
myself.
say, Nanya, watch this shit.
Don't say that.
I inspire you as well, in case that comes up.
How fast can you mine?
I mean, not very fast, but I just kind of want to get to a point, just like one point, try and get through. I mean, it's 100.
100 feet away through rock.
Yeah, I was just thinking like I can know.
What kind of rock?
Like if you've done this on
Oh, wait, so
any
you
other
said it was
day, you'd probably spend a couple of days mining, probably get pretty close.
Did you say it's 100 feet away?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard a much different distance. Is that the closest one that he found?
Well, that was the only one he could find.
Oh, wow.
How do we convince them that it's there?
Probably don't walk in and tell them about dead gods and ancient godly hammers.
I
First
say-
meeting.
I say, if we go all the way and it's not there, we'll give you another axe.
Guess that direction's as good as they. Alright, let's go. Well, you come over and start.
Nice.
Oh,
You've got a
yeah.
crew now. Lead that crew.
Supervise.
Now this takes some time as they
Yeah.
dig through.
Yeah.
You're up fishing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do they have a cabin?
no.
Of what?
Really? Damn it.
Of what?
This
They
looks
have
like
some
just a
sort of drinking
community
hole.
where they've come to survive.
Surely they have some sort
They
of
don't
drinking
have
hole.
alcohol.
Oh, it's just
They
a
They
tavern.
mine and
That's
sleep and
hilarious.
mine and sleep.
Slums of the cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I come very bored and I'm just start wandering into caves now.
Yeah.
I will help out, actually. I want to get into there just to prove.
Yep. And you're.
I try and challenge Nanya to a game of dice at some point. Until he accepts.
Dice.
Do you dice?
Alright, so you're all doing this, sort of waiting for it to happen, and we will go to break.
It's a bad.
Alright, welcome back everyone. Hopefully we are streaming clearly again. We are going to kick off from where we left off. So Medrith was off hunting fish.
Yep.
Had a lot of trouble with it. They were very hard to catch and didn't manage to get any.
Did you want me to add my survival to that roll?
You can if you want.
No, 8.
And then yourself,
I was spending time playing games with
2d6.
2d6. Let's go.
What did you bet?
4. Oh, are we doing hidden rolls?
No.
Okay, 4.
So you play dice with him for a while and he throws the dice. You cheated, I'm sure. Storms off, picks up his pickaxe and starts hammering the wall.
I call out Nanya as he's walking away and I show him just a pack of cards.
Puts it down, comes back.
Yeah. I spend another day playing cards. 8.
I cheated them too! Storms off. In the meantime, you've managed to get the Dwagar to help you carve through this rock. And you feel, as you're getting through, a bit of warmth. Now, it must be close, there's something here. As you break through, you see a bit of rock fall into a lava flow that's going through.
Oh shit.
Glowy, glowy, red, alright.
Me and Valer's gonna have a talk.
And the Dwagar catch up and shielding their eyes from the brightness until they adjust. Fuck! And you've come to a lava flow.
Can I feel any more glowy, red? That isn't the lava.
You can feel glowy, glowy, red right here.
If only I was stronger, I'd throw a dark arrow into it. Just out of anger. Damn!
They all start grumbling and undercover and turn and walk back.
Yeah.
Roll perception.
18.
You sort of turn around, go to storm off, look over your shoulder at this lava, and you notice that there's a glint in the ceiling. And you sort of crouch and look up under this hole, and there is part of this red rock sticking out.
I grab one walking away and just like slap him, and as he's like, I turn his head to like point up
Yeah, he runs off and grabs everyone, and they come back and start mining furiously.
into the lava. I'm like, yes! It turns out it was a minor illusion, and I'm just like, evil! Yeah, no, I'm happy.
So they start mining around it, carefully but quickly.
Next time I see Nanya, I'm literally going to go, Nanya.
He'll be too busy being cheated in cards and dice to pay any attention.
When I'm playing with Nanya, I ask why he's the only one that can speak common.
The only one that bothered learning.
I bet you regret that right now. Place another card. I win again.
Do you?
7.
If you keep cheating, of course you're I learned common to trade.
You obviously didn't learn cards. Oh, it was a joke. It's alright.
One more. Winner takes all.
Alright.
Don't do it.
10.
Throws the pickaxe, kicks it along the ground, punches the wall and storms out.
This is the best.
9.
Oh wow, I saw a 5, I was like, oh shit. Are we actually playing any money or are we just playing?
Did you convince him of stakes?
I'll just say like 10 gold in the big pot just because I wouldn't have been playing very high stakes.
He just takes a handful of gold and throws it on the ground as he walks off. Different to what you're used to seeing. They're gold, but they're a strange sort of design.
I'll offer him just a trade for one of my like top side coins. Like, do you want to switch just 1 for 1 just to have someone remember me by Nanya?
Definitely not. He's sort of sulking over in the corner watching the room crack and starts saying undercommon something.
Like, don't talk about my mother like that.
I think, did you like win the pride out of him?
Yeah, we bet real high stakes. He bet his dignity.
It's like a shell of a man.
So a few days go.
With that privacy, if I can. So, and I'm in the big cave by myself. I will spend some of the time just practicing my magic.
Yep.
So, once I missed a few times with the javelins and had to go in and fetch them, I'm like, put my axe and javelins down. Start casting like guiding bolt at him, eldritch blast.
Yep.
Just.
You do start managing to hit them. You see a few fish float to the surface. 3.
So, yep.
Fairly large fish though. In the light you can see they're gleaming silver. Hard to tell in the dark though.
Baby
Does-
aboliths.
Do the guiding bolts cook them for me, or do I need to use like sacred flame?
They don't cook them for you, but you do notice the ones you hit with guiding bolt have a part missing out of them. And one of their tails has just been blasted off as they're floating to the top.
Good. Shows my power. I will collect them. Actually, if I'm there for a couple of days, which I am, I'll probably eat them all. So
Yes.
Eventually, I'll get bored and head home after, or head back to those guys after.
So after a day, you guys are starting to get fairly hungry.
I have
I
20
don't
days
like
worth of
it.
rations. I'm just kind of like
Yeah.
casually snacking every now and again. If anybody asks me for something, like, yeah.
Yeah, I've got like
Dwarves, the ultimate Boy Scouts.
I've got 30 days rations as well, so I'm sure
And
we're
you've got a barrel of
through
fish.
this.
Yeah.
He does it a barrel of fish.
That's
And
what you're
Medvus
eating
is like starving up in a cave. We're all just like perfectly nourished.
Just like they're gonna be so thankful I found this fish.
I have rations myself, but there's a difference between hardtack and fresh fish.
Yeah, for sure.
Roll a Constitution save for me.
Fish game.
The fish are tasting a little bit off, but you put them back in bag of holding, thinking, oh, surely they'll be fine in there.
It's like refrigerating, right?
There's no oxygen, so technically they wouldn't go off, but
What do I
something
find
tastes a
in these
little bit
caves?
off. Sorry?
What do I find in my caves?
In the caves.
Yeah.
Most of them are just empty caves, passageways that lead to dead ends, fissures that close in on themselves. It seems like a lot of this has actually been carved out by the Dwagar. Other than one that leads down to a narrow platform that seems to lead on into the darkness. That is where they've sort of suggested they've come from.
I'll investigate it a little separately.
Yeah, so you sort of go forward a bit.
16 still.
Yeah, and weave your way through. It's a single passage with nothing branching off, but you go for 10 minutes and don't see anything. 20, half an hour, and you're just not seeing anything.
No.
How long do you go for?
We've got a couple of days. I'll probably do it in stages, so I'll probably come back and go a full hour.
Yep, so your full hour passes and still just this winding passage with a stone.
Come back.
What day do they find the glowing glow red on?
First day in the morning,
First day.
essentially, or morning.
Okay. Well, I'll when Nanya finds out about it in our game, I'll mention. So, do we get a free headband finding you some more rock?
No, now roll!
And I'm gonna get.
As I'm moving through the caves and stuff, I'll be scribbling Jafar was here on the rocks.
With.
Claws, a knife,
Okay.
dead fish.
Smearing the blood on it.
So the few days pass.
What was one thing I did want to do?
Yep.
Can I go and talk to the room crafter? I'll cast tongues
Yes.
on her. And I'll ask her what she knows about the rock, because I've never seen anything like it before.
She looks like and says, it's magical.
Yeah, like what properties does it have? Where does it come from? Do you know how it's caused in the stone? Like, this doesn't just appear.
I think it's the earth pushing back against those abominations.
I like that theory. Can I, 1 second, can I just touch your armor?
If you have to.
And then I'll cast Channel Divinity, and for 10 minutes I'll learn her craft. I just want to hit this like beautiful mind moment of like, how does this work? It's gonna fade eventually.
Roll a wisdom save.
Not very good. 12.
It all just floods into your mind, and it's just so many strange things. Basically, notice some almost seems dwarvish. You almost equate it back to what you found in the bottom of the mines, and then your head just starts filling with strange screeching sounds and flashes of colour, and you reel backwards.
Rude.
There is one more thing I'd like to do before I head back.
Yep.
Sort of, on the second day, I start to focus my magic a bit better, and I've been actually practicing with it and using it in combat. And instead of trying to fire like balls of light and sacred flame, I try to just bring forth like the biggest ball of fire I can. Just like concentrate in front of me. I feel like I can almost do that. So see if I can just purify and burn. And just
Roll a d20.
8.
And the flames, you try and push them, they just sizzle in your hands.
Then I'm going to try to take my healing magic and modify that. Just down here, there's been so many things that have made me feel a bit sick, or a bit this or a bit that. Just try to turn it to similar purifying magic and essentially try to cast Lesser Restoration at myself.
Yep, roll d20.
11.
It makes you feel a bit better, but you feel like you need to work on this before it really is effective.
Yeah. I'll recover my spell slots and head back.
Yep. So Nanya comes up to you and says, "It's done."
All right. So what was it? Two headbands.
2 rings.
I still think that we could. I found some more rock for you.
A deal was struck.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I added to it. I was maybe hoping for some kindness, but that's all right.
We'll let you leave. It's more than we do for most who try to come through here.
Okay. Well,
And your friend, the one you were saying, if she comes through here, we'll let her through too. You have passage through here when needed.
Greatly appreciated.
don't be put off by the wave of snakes that will be coming with her.
Snakes don't bother me.
Yeah, there's a lot, and possibly a really big one.
Okay. They don't bother me.
Still thinks you're cooked.
Yeah. You gonna find out.
Probably is.
She's gonna have this moment where he's gonna realise everything we said was real when she like surfs in on the like sea of snakes like.
And he turns around to everyone and is like, have we ever thought about living on the surface? Just getting out of it. But he takes you through to the rune crafter who comes and hands you the 4 items.
Grabs them all and looks for the most interesting one and gives him the supposed to headband on really quickly under his hat.
They're all pretty plain. It looks like they didn't put a lot of effort into them, but they look functional.
I'll hide it under his hat, not too.
If because we don't have enough, do we, for Kareth?
No. Well, you've got 2 headbands, 2 rings, so how do you want to distribute them?
Oh, I was gonna just take a ring and I'll give it to I'll give it to Kareth. Or if she wants it, someone wants to. Who wants what?
So far as wearing a headband.
Yeah, I'm not back yet.
Oh, this will be when you're back.
My mind is strong. I don't need anything.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
More fresh far.
I'll take a headband then.
Dwayne kind of goes, the stronger, the more dangerous down there. They can taste it in the air.
Wait. Alright, so what does it do? Does it make it harder for them to control us, or does it hide our presence?
You've done right. Both.
Cool. Maybe I should have one then. That's right.
I was wearing a ring and a headband at this point.
I'm aware. I feel like the greatest rogue in the land wouldn't give it up.
Jafar has many rings. Jafar does not need this. Jafar is the smartest person alive.
Well, if you don't mind, I'll...
Yeah, you're right.
Not a headband.
Is it just a plain ring?
Yes, but with a gem in it.
And do we give Kareth the other ring, or do you want it, Nedra?
If she's following us, then she should take it.
Roll insight.
19.
From what he's just said, you think probably the more intelligent a person is, the more in danger they are. And maybe that's the best way to distribute.
Meredith is more self-reflecting than he appears. And in this case, he's letting the people who have more potent magics have them.
And I don't know, how intelligent does Kas'Othduk seem?
Pretty intelligent. She's been casting some pretty crazy magic.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Takes
So-
my head. I don't because I need that.
Or you just start drawing and staring into space.
Yeah. It turns out I actually have a -6.
Well, if you're still stupid enough to go, that's the way.
Alright.
So, lady riding on a sea of snakes, army of drow, possibly a giant snake coming through here at some point. Yeah. Just need to keep the tunnel clear for like maybe a day or two. Just let you know.
Yes, we'll be doing that.
Okay. You have been warned. Yep.
Watch out for gods down there.
My
Turns
co-
and walks off.
My conscience is clear.
Before he goes,
My
I
conscience was clear before we arrived.
I go up to Nanya and I say, if I find any of your men, I'll try and save as many as I can. It's been great playing games with you in valleys.
Holds out a hand begrudgingly and shakes it.
Does he say his name?
No.
Oh, see you later, Nanya. Oh my god. I shook his hand, guys, at least.
If I says goodbye to someone at the door, I go, the names and meet up.
Pete, Steve, Nigel.
Pretty much.
One of them sort of relieved in common goes, goodbye.
Immediately stop and go back and tell him, hello, I am Jafar.
Start hammering the earth. You can see they're exhausted straight away from doing it so loudly and hard to try and ignore you.
Stop doing it flat.
He's definitely a Derek.
Richard.
And the way is clear.
Head that way.
We'll go.
As quickly and as loudly as possible.
That's that self in your head.
You know for at least an hour there's been nothing. You've gone down this way already.
Funny stuff. I go past that bit.
So as you get down to the end of where you've been, it just keeps going. And you keep winding this way for a couple of hours. And slowly you see a purple glow in the corridor up ahead. And it looks like it splits out into a rock face.
I have to go up to the exit.
Yep, so it's a cliff face that goes straight down. You can see quite well in here, surprisingly. And probably 150 feet below you, you see the rippling of water. And as you look across, it's just a giant chasm filled with water, but a city that's built on stone in the middle of it. In the centre is a large purple stone that seems to be letting out this glow.
So it's just like a straight drop down now to
Yeah.
the water. Yeah.
And there's stone paths that wind all around. It looks massive. It's a city underground. And the size of this stone would probably be 30 feet tall.
Yep.
And how far is the drop down?
About 150 feet.
Wow.
Roll perception.
I'll assist.
Oh, thank you. Wow, 6. No. I'm just staring into the big purple crystal.
I was also staring at this crystal.
Sorry. Can we... So, does it look like a city, like buildings and sort of stuff around this crystal? What is it?
Yeah, so it's, the stone's worked into these strange structures. There seems to be spires made out of stone and bridges that go across to other parts. And some that lead across the ocean of water below into the rock itself.
Okay.
Am I able to essentially make a charisma check to use my force of personality to quiet my mind?
Yep.
And just sort of be present in the moment?
Roll a charisma check.
Whoops. 9.
Whoops.
You try to, but you're just in awe of this giant city under the earth.
Stop thinking. Okay. Stop thinking. Okay. Stop thinking. Okay.
Now. Wait, no, wait, now.
Stop thinking now.
And grab like a sizable rock. Sizable rock. And we'll just kind of get it over to the edge. Then cast light on it as I tip it over the edge. So
Yep. It hits a couple of small outcroppings, bounces and launches off the side and splashes into the water below.
Yep.
And just starts sinking until you can't see it anymore.
Can Jafar see another entrance in the wall?
Roll perception.
11.
You can't see any entrances in the wall or anything. Roll an insight though.
Nothing.
But the dwarves said they came from here, and you've checked all the caverns. They have to have come from here, and there's no way they could just fly up here. So there must be a way down somewhere.
Look down. How comfortable is this wall look?
So as you look down over the edge, you do see there's been some marks in the wall. It looks like it's been dug out with pickaxes, and there are some handholds that work their way down.
Does it look like what's around the wall?
No, it looks like it goes straight down to the water.
What's straight down the water?
What's straight down?
Yeah.
Just water. So it's a cliff face that drops into what looks like an underground ocean. So from what you can tell looking over the edge, the dwarves must have swum over here and then climbed out.
You know this one anyway. How long will it take me to climb around?
A long time.
Do we go down?
If only we had some wood. Yeah, I guess we go down. We don't really have a choice.
So the outer edge of the city as you look is probably 300 feet away. It's quite a way into the ocean. And as you look down, you do notice that the ocean's acting like an ocean. There's actually waves in it.
Do we see any beaches that are on the island?
No, not from here.
My question is, do we see any? Can I spot a movement in the water? Like anything?
Well, there's waves coming through. Roll perception.
13.
Other than natural movement, doesn't seem like anything's down there.
Jafar thinks perhaps Marith could send your dove to fly around and have a look.
It just flies off. It gets about 30 feet out and just turns and shoots straight back.
There you go.
What did it see?
The city.
Marith could send it back out.
I start climbing down.
That's well.
Yeah, I go down as well.
Jafar originally climbs down.
Who's going first?
Oh, yeah, I guess I am.
Make a strength check.
That's what I thought. Nat 1.
So you see Kaz climb down a little bit and just miss the next handhold and just start falling towards the water.
If I can get a hand, I'm gonna try and get my hammer and just kind of push away from the wall and just try and
Yeah, roll an athletics check.
12.
Yeah, so you manage to get your hammer and get one of your feet up as well, just before you hit an outcropping of rock and push yourself out and launch yourself over the edge. You all look down just to see Kaz launching out over the water.
As quick as I can manage, I'll tie a rope to a crossbow bolt and shoot it at him.
He's probably hit the water before then.
Alright, then I tie the crossbow bolt, look, I'm like, oh, I tried.
So you
and
can
just
fall
see
once
this-
go flat.
Yeah.
Oh, on the cliff edge.
And
Let's go down quick, he might need help.
you are now under the water with your heavy armor weighing you down.
Yep.
I'm climbing down as fast as I can.
I'm drowning. It's what I am. Nope, I took that off. Damn.
So you start climbing down. Roll a for you dex.
Cool, 20.
Yep. So you manage to sort of nimbly make your way down fairly quickly. Does take some time because it's a fair way down.
Yeah, for sure.
But you feel like it's just foothold after handhold. You're going down quite quickly and smoothly.
As soon as I get down, I'll start searching for him in the water. Which I
I'm hoping he's sorted something out by the time
I
you get
assume it's
down there.
like 20 minutes by the time I get down there.
No, I literally have so many things I could do, but none of them will
Can I
compare.
just speed climb
Try
down?
walking or taking off your armor.
That takes 10 minutes to do.
You can sort of clamber down the wall, probably get there in 5 minutes instead of 20.
I do have a constitution of 3, so I'm good for 3 minutes. But I will try to swim.
Yep.
Try.
Roll strength.
5.
So you're sort of swimming and you see in this purple glow the wall is ahead of you and you're trying to struggle towards it to grab onto something.
I have 2 shields. I'll put my hammer away and I will grab both of them and try and
Paddles.
flippers.
That's probably why you rolled so low on your strength check.
I'll ask Kareth as I'm climbing down, is there anything you can do to help him?
She just launches off the edge. Hits the water with a splash.
Well, I hope she's helping.
Tends to do a shark.
12 on my strength check to climb down.
Yep, so you sort of lose your footing a couple of times and manage to cling on and slowly work your way down. You see Valius below you make it much better time.
How long does it take for me to get down?
Probably about 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Probably took you about 5, probably took you about 15. I'm sure one way or the other we'll see what happens to Kaz before if you
Once I
get
get in with 10 feet of water, I'll jump in.
Yeah, that wouldn't be that far off the 5-minute mark.
Alright. I can't do it. The only thing that I could do was meditate or try and think for 3 minutes and switch a spell out.
So after about a minute, you're sinking lower and lower, and you see it starting to go dark. Your vision's starting to fade a bit. You see something splash in the water, and for a second, you could swear there's like a white leopard right in front of you. And you feel a bite in your shoulder. Everyone else sees about a minute after Kareth submerged a white leopard clawing at the stone, dragging a dwarf out. And sort of just one paw across, just clinging to the wall with his head out of the water.
The moment I can get to the stone, I'm going to grab it and help him pull her off.
Well, glad we brought her.
I need 3 minutes and then we're fine. I'm an idiot and I'm real sorry.
You are still just clinging to this
Oh,
wall
yeah.
with the waves splashing against you.
Yep.
I think I'm still about 10 minutes before it reaches down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look up and Medrith is sort of halfway down, looks at you and goes, "Oh, good," and just very slowly reaches for
I'm switching one of my spell slots out. And I'm getting water walk.
Kareth sort of just, you can see this snow leopard paddling in the water now.
Do you seem alright?
Seems alright.
No.
Can swim.
Yeah.
You feel like she hasn't had to swim very often, and she doesn't really have any contingency plan for this, and she's thought,
I'm here
leopard,
now.
I guess. See what it is.
Could have gone goldfish. Is there like a spot where you can meet up at the bottom, like a ledge or something like that?
There's a handhold, fairly long ledge that you could grip onto, but you'd be hanging over the water that's sort of lapping up against the rock.
I guess we will meet sort of there.
Yeah.
Yep.
How far away is Cass?
Well, he's just down about 10 feet below.
Oh, okay. He got pulled back to the same spot. Good.
Yeah, drove back in.
So what's the plan? Are we swimming across?
For 2 hours, we can run across.
All of us?
All of us.
It's a better plan than swimming.
Problem is, after that, I'm gone. I'm sinking again. And so is Medley, probably.
How far away is the city?
You figured if you were running on top of the water, it'd probably take you about 10 minutes to get there. How you get up to it is a different story.
Is it just like flat rock around the city, or is there a little bit of like a curve?
It's like very tall peaks of rocks sticking straight up, and almost like floating platforms around connect to the rocks.
So it looks like we can just run around it and keep going. If
You
we were to
could
walk-
potentially.
We can make much distance with 2 hours of fast running.
We don't need to go to the city.
I have not heard any stories of these mind flayers being able to traverse water.
They can fly a little bit. They're good with magic. But yeah, so this is probably the best bet. If we wanted to try and hit a shore and then continue on, but I can only give you 2 hours.
Kara, is there any reason we should go into the city that you can think of? Oh yeah.
My friend's like, what did you say?
It was one spore for yes.
She said, "I'm a panther. I can't speak right now."
Let's go.
Alright. Water walk, and then any part of it that's in the water is kind of like.
He just kind of like a cork boy, and that's the top.
And then
How many people does that work with?
10.
10? Are you including Calrith?
Yeah.
So you just see this white snow leopard bob to the surface and get launched out a little bit and land on top and
Jafar jumps onto the wall.
landing. Guessing you included.
Oh, no. This guy's breaking my land. He can run on water.
If you had asked us what he would have said.
What yeah, superhero landing again. Get ready to run.
I don't do a superhero landing. Those are very bad on your knees.
Jafar jumps up and down.
I've already got a bad leg, it's fine.
Yeah, that's how it happens.
As you jump, you see little splashes of water where you land, but otherwise you don't sink. And you are now all standing on top of the water.
And sprinting.
Yeah, and immediately just like.
I assume we're keeping as much distance as possible from the city.
You probably follow the edge of the wall around.
Yeah.
Probably more a good jog rather than a sprint because we have to do it for 2 hours.
I changed to a blue outfit.
Is
And I start
Calrith
sprinting off,
Yeah.
hiding from them.
rideable right now for someone of my stature?
Not someone of your stature.
Not someone that weighs as much as you right now.
Oh, okay. I'll turn to said leopard. Can you turn into something that I can ride? Because I'm very short-legged.
She stares at you for a minute, and she looks at you, and you hear her say, "I can't change any more today."
Medrin.
I'm assuming you translated it.
Jafar says, she says Jafar looks extremely handsome in his new blue outfit. Also, she would not carry someone as weak as you. She cannot change.
That was unnecessary. That was rather cruel.
You are not weak, just small.
I give Calrith the stink eye as I'm riding away.
Just
Constantly watching to see if anyone's noticing us.
so as you sort of skirt around, you do notice there's a lot of movement up on the platforms. Roll perception.
I'm trying to stealth run across the water.
18?
They seem to be mostly drow, some Dwagar, walking in lines in unison, almost perfectly marching.
But not towards us, just in general.
Just around.
Cool. Alright, that's just the slaves.
And as you watch a couple of other races in the mix, a couple of humans, you do see a tiefling in there too.
Oh no.
Oh, the subjugation of my race.
Yeah, how does it feel now? Want to go back and say sorry for the dice game? But they all seem to be just marching around.
Is it how many numbers roughly? Like just
Hundreds that you can see.
Hundreds, yeah.
But this is just the edge of the city.
Wow. They've got, as we're sprinting, seems like they've got quite a lot enslaved up there.
We'll come back in like a year and a half and sort this all out.
You may be.
Oh, I don't think I'll live that long.
Calrith, 1 growl if you think that this is going to be a problem to get your army through, 2 growls if you don't think it is. 1 growl if you think we need to deal with this now, 2 growls if you don't. Cool, let's go.
So that sounds like it's the army's problem.
It is the giant snake's problem.
Yeah.
So did
Hopefully a wave of snakes just eats them. Alright, but yeah, as we're running, I'll still keep watch just in case anything starts coming our way.
Yeah, so you see a lot of them very uniformly marching through.
Yeah. How long does it take us to get to... as we're going, can we see another exit?
No other exits. I mean, you can. They're up high on the walls though, and they seem to be attached to large stone bridges that cross through the middle of the city. And as you get a bit further on, you see this purple light hits the edge and is illuminating what looks like a giant waterfall underground.
Oh.
And as you do get about halfway across this ocean, you do feel that the current's starting to move under your feet that way.
Does that move us? I don't know how water working.
No.
That's weird. It's a weird sensation. The ground's moving, but I'm not.
I'd say the waterfall is probably the bit.
How far down does it look?
It's a long way off. You're not sure.
Oh, okay. Well, when we get there, I'll look.
Aim towards it.
As you're running, you look up and you do see something very tall in a long robe, and you just see these tentacles flicking out around it.
And it's looking at us?
No, it's looking away,
Okay.
standing up on the edge.
When I see that, how long has it been at this point?
If you've been running, probably about 20 minutes.
I say, a disgusting thing, let's go stealthier.
I try and go into the illusion of Medrith's back.
Who's wearing the equipment?
I'm wearing a headband.
I'm not. And when they say go stealthy, I'll shift to the rock camouflage. So I'll,
Super stealthy.
On the
A
water.
rock running along the water.
oh, we're near the wall, aren't we?
I don't know, eh?
Yeah,
I'm imagining we're skirting the edge.
I'm not.
Depends
I'm
on how
wearing
much.
pressure
Yeah,
water.
depends on how much time we. If I feel like we had time, I'd say we went around the edge. But if I feel like it was going to be close, it was just a straight shot. Trying
Well,
to
you
get
felt
past
like you could probably get across here. Not like within the time limit easily, but you don't know what's beyond here.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
So who's got what? So you've got the headband?
I've got the other command.
I've
Yep.
got Jathar's ring.
No, you have a ring.
Ah,
And
yeah.
Karen's got the other ring.
You have nothing but your heart.
Roll a wisdom save with advantage and roll a wisdom save.
Shit.
Nope. Shit. So that's
Just no.
14.
So as you're running past, you see this strange tentacle creature just turn its head and look down exactly where you're running. And in your heads, you just hear slaves return.
Do you feel compelled to?
Not at the moment. You hear nothing.
I say it's looking at us.
It's talking to us.
I turn just to start veering slightly towards the island, but I'm not going there. I'm just, trying to play casual, but not too casual. Just make it look like I am kind of complying.
You see this creature step off the edge of the wall and just.
It's
start
coming.
running down.
It's coming. It's coming.
Alright, is it within 120 feet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Does it see Jafar in his blue cloak?
Yes.
Damn it.
If it's coming, I'm just going to accelerate and go full sprint in a direction I want to go.
Yeah. Keep running straight to the waterfall.
Okay.
You slaves return. Roll a wisdom save.
I'm gonna pull out my crossbow.
Yeah, I'll make us go out too.
That's better. 21.
I'm sorry.
You feel pull on your mind, but you just keep running.
18.
As do you.
Good, good,
If it
good.
gets 120 feet, I'm shit.
Yeah, it pretty rapidly does catch up.
20.
Yeah, that hits.
7 damage.
You just see it pierce it and it's just judders a bit in the air.
Goodness.
I turn to it and I cast suggestion. I suggest you turn around and act like you never saw us.
It swoops in and lands on the water, hovering just about a foot above it, and just says, "Slaves,
That didn't work.
return."
Is it like right?
So it's right.
pretty
Is it
much
right in
next
front of me?
It's probably 30 feet away.
We've been commanded to find some Druagar who have freed themselves.
Roll persuasion.
20! 27.
Make it quick. Back to work.
We are running.
Reverses and just floats back up.
Wow, that was convenient.
Lands on the platform, keeps watching you.
Magic
for a
doesn't
while.
work, but words can do anything.
Are we at the waterfall?
Not yet. It's still a way off.
Keep running to the waterfall.
But it's starting to get very loud. It's obviously falls quite away.
How long have we been running for?
Probably about 35 minutes.
What is it roughly the nearest platform up high? Like, you know how you said there was platforms bridges leading. What's the nearest one to us? How far up we get to climb?
Well, it's straight up, probably about 100 feet.
And it's not if I look at any of the walls, it's not like there's convenient handholds. It's kind of hard climbing.
Oh, you're running. I thought have you veered into the middle or are you on the edge?
No, I think we're in the middle, aren't we?
Yeah.
Is that what we decided? Yeah, I just mean from looking towards the wall. It's not cut handholds sort of thing. It's pretty hard climbing.
You figure these things can fly. They've got no reason to worry about handholds or anything.
Yeah.
And the ones that you came down obviously were made by the Dwagar.
Yeah, and when I was climbing down the walls where there wasn't handholds, it would have been almost impossible to come down.
Yes. Yeah.
So the waterfall's probably definitely our best option, which looks like a terrible option.
Oh well, my plan is to turn off the water walk as we go over. Otherwise, it's just gonna hit the ground.
And then turn it back on.
And then cast it again.
Oh, cool. Alright. I feel like it's gonna hurt, but okay.
So you keep running, make it to the edge. As you get there, there's just mountains of water just pummeling over the edge.
And we can pretty much see nothing.
The purple light fades. You do see it go off into the distance a bit. You look down, you can just see very faintly the outline of water, probably 150 feet below.
I just go and jump.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice.
Oh, I was gonna let go of you anyway, and you kind of let it free fall, so I didn't just like.
Backflip off the back.
Yeah. I want my momentum as I go over, and so I'm not landing on rocks.
Far's going to try and jump between the waterfalls as he goes down.
Just one giant waterfall. You could probably try and.
Try and run down it.
You could probably run down the stone next to it.
I'll do that. And I'll just climb down it.
Yep.
Run down the water.
Everyone else is jumping.
Yeah.
I'll. Yeah.
Make
Sure.
con saves.
12.
7.
18.
So you both hit the water, the wind knocked out of you a bit, so you struggle. And you see Valius just hit head first, and you just see his eyes snap closed, and you see him start to get pulled by the current.
I did decide to not take it off because it just says if you're submerged in water, it pulls you back to the surface. So.
So you see Valius.
Yeah,
float.
you just like bob away. Yep. Your siege star, he'd still be fairly up, wouldn't he?
He's sort of running down. He's probably not far
Do I
behind
have
you.
eye contact on him?
Yes.
I will heal him if he's within 60 feet.
I forget what
4 damage.
Does that,
4 healing, sorry.
oh. Does that wake me up or?
No.
Once I get to the ground, I'll just run up to him.
Yep.
Pick him up and slap him.
So your eye snap when you see this giant white tabaxi standing over you, slapping it with his paw.
I slap him again.
Is
And
that
again.
is that you?
Again. Oh, you're awake.
I try to slap you.
Alright.
Don't worry. You're all good.
It's because it was all claw, and it's just like torn off your face.
So you sort of struggle to your feet a bit. This current's taking you while you're lying down, but as you get to your feet, you manage to fight against it, and you seem to come to a stop.
Did I take damage at all? Or?
No. Just the shock of it snapped you unconscious.
So that was primo.
You're fine.
Far's just standing on the water looking at him.
So I've still got like 20 minutes left on this casting of it.
You see that you're now in more of a river, and there are stone floors to either side. And as you look, you see there are lines of people working the stone, facing away from you.
Oh shit. They all look mixed races.
Yeah.
Is there a tentacle dude?
You can't see one right now.
Right. I'll walk onto the stone.
Are they wearing anything like any of them wearing the same sort of thing? Like anything that?
No.
Cool. Alright.
I'll run over one and cast detect magic on him though, see if he's under any kind of spell or anything.
Yep.
If anything's affecting them.
You cast it, nothing seems to be affecting them,
What are they mining?
just into the stone.
I'll see how much they've of their faculties remain. See if they look like they've had their brain eaten or anything.
They seem to be mining fairly efficiently, but they're definitely not doing it of their own accord.
Yeah.
You can piece that together fairly easily. Sorry?
Are they collecting anything?
Not at the moment. Roll perception though.
20.
While they're mining here, they seem to be mining out a large circle. And as you look behind you, it seems where the river is, they've mined out a circle inside the river as well.
Weird.
I don't think there's any reason to stop though now.
No, I'd say we just keep pushing on.
Yeah,
As hard
keep
as we
pushing
can.
and hope we don't run into one. This
Yeah.
is the only way we can go, I assume.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I don't cast detect magic because it would drop the water wall. Bad idea.
Are they magical?
So what is our plan if we come across another one with these mind flares? Kill it as quickly as we can so we cannot get others?
I think first try and
Like,
trick them, and then as soon as that doesn't work, yeah, that's probably our best on attack and run.
If we can get away, but if we can't, yeah, kill it as quickly as possible, hit it hard.
very well.
We'll go head through.
Just try and keep a steady sprint. We don't know if we're coming across another one.
So you follow your way down for a while. The people eventually just disappear into the background, and you do come to another small cliff, which has another small waterfall. So it seems to open up into a very large, wide cavern after that, and you can see something faintly glowing red in the background.
Lava?
Does it look like lava, or does
Could be.
okay.
It's that sort of colour, and it's moving.
Really
like
far away,
molten.
or is it?
Somewhere down this corridor.
Okay. How harsh is this drop for this waterfall?
Well, you wouldn't want to jump onto the stone. It's probably about 30 feet up.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I'll just tie a rope. Is there anything to tie a rope to?
You'd probably be able to find an outcropping somewhere with
Yeah.
the rocks.
Can I just climb down the wall?
And I'll go down with my rope.
I jump again. It was fun.
Yeah, same.
Into the water.
Yeah, try and get dead center and just try and like.
10.
What was that for? Was that for con save or?
You can if you want, honestly. It's 30 feet and you're
Yeah.
jumping into it.
Okay.
I was thinking that was maybe more odds of not hitting the cliff than anything.
So you splash the bob up like corpse. You tie your rope on and climb down, and then you scramble down. Your rope is now tied at the top.
Yep. Goodbye rope.
Might
like
need to-
just thought it stayed there and tied it up for me, but okay.
As he leaves, I run back up and steal his rope.
You now have rope.
I have 2 sets of rope.
The dock work is best friend.
I'm unbeatable.
Now you can make a net.
So you start heading through this cavern. It starts lighting up with that orange glow, and it goes quite wide, and the water flows. And you're just wading through ankle-deep water now, but it does spread from side to side in the cavern.
How wide is the cavern?
It's probably about 60 feet across, but only about 15 feet high.
Okay.
It sort of comes down on a very slight curve to the edges.
Because we're coming to the end of the water walk without telling anybody, or just turn it off and just.
Yeah, everyone just sinks about a foot into the water.
Thanks.
I'm like up to here. I'm like, oh good.
Thanks.
I stand on his shoulders.
I'm taking a step on my left leg as he does this. So it's 2 odds and evens. So I fall down and just collapse into the water.
With a splash.
Get back up.
And you slowly make your way to the end where another small waterfall, probably about 10 feet high, drops off into another large, wide room filled with water. This time it's lit up. You do see a lava flow coursing its way through the opposite side of the room.
Is it hitting the water?
No.
I jump into the wall and climb up.
I just jump off.
Yep. It's 10 feet, you can probably hang off the edge and drop
Yeah.
pretty comfortably.
Just a cautious, drop down.
I do like, the legs thing where you like, hang off and try and like find that foot space because I'm too short and I'm like,
I did not know dwarves were known for their grace cast.
and I'm just like,
Help you up.
I gotta help you up. I pick you up, hold you about a foot off the ground, and then let go of you.
He falls on his ass again.
this is bullshit.
So you figure you'd probably be fairly deep under the earth by now. You've come
Okay.
down quite a long way. Gone down a couple of waterfalls, a couple of very long drops.
Yeah.
And you come out this room and you see the lava flow. It seems to go down into a chasm, but it's coming from a chasm as well. Looks like you could probably walk up alongside it. Or down alongside it as well.
Shit. How? It's pretty hot though, right?
It's very hot, but it's got enough distance that you could probably walk
Okay.
past it.
Is Kas'Othduk still a leopard? Just
Yes.
chilling?
A wet leopard again.
I clean her up.
Do we want to go toward, like up or down?
Kas'Othduk, 2 grunts for up, 1 grunt for down.
This is ridiculous. We should probably go up. We're already well into the earth.
Okay.
She twists and turns back into a human.
We head to that side then.
So you walk up this passage and continue upwards past this flow of lava. It's very hot, very uncomfortable. You feel the skin on the side just almost bubbling a little bit with the heat as you sort of press yourself against the wall.
I feel slightly more comfortable than anyone else.
And you push your way through. It takes about 15 minutes of this incredible heat and discomfort, and you come out into a room. The room is just filled with a giant flow of lava coursing through the centre. And you look around and you look up to the right and you see a giant stone door in the side of the mountain with broken steps falling down.
Familiar?
Yeah, it's a stone door you found to get into the temple to start with.
Ah, memories.
The good old days. Back when the moon was in the sky and gods were where they were meant to be. Hammers weren't picked up. Oh,
Yep.
what a time.
Oh, my hammer may be nearby.
This is indeed the darkest timeline.
We discovered it.
Roll perception.
15.
16.
That's 19.
What'd you get? So as you walk in, you notice in the corner of your eye one of the walls starts moving, and it just stops.
I'm just like, shh. And tell her to like, stop. And I'll just kind of point to where I saw it and see if I can see it again.
Everything's silent and still. And then you just see the walls shuffle and shiver and shake and move just a little bit and then just stop.
Rocky took a rocky throws out.
It doesn't seem to react.
What is going on?
I'd say that's possibly a really big snake.
Does it look scaly?
It looks like large metal plates.
Something else I've seen recently with like large metal plates?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so a spider or a giant metal snake?
Is it anywhere near the door that we're trying to go to?
No, it's the other way.
That's
As you look though, it looks like whatever it is trapped by giant portions of rock that have fallen as this mountain's crumbled.
oh, so maybe the snake is crumbled and stuck in it. Let's go have a look.
Let's go have a look.
Let's go have a look.
Oh god.
Alright, let's go free something else. There's a room for it.
God, we're the freedom fighters.
Yeah.
We free everything, even if it shouldn't be.
Oh well, so far we've only freed evil things.
Keep the track record going.
We're a force of balance.
So you could probably get across the other side where you see this, but there are some rocks in the lava you could probably jump between.
Oh, I'm staying well away from that.
I could cast water walk and we could run across the lava. But you burn the crap out of it. Okay, no.
How big is this room?
This room's quite large.
If we go
Probably
to
150 feet across.
Roof.
How
The
wide?
roof's very tall.
How wide is the lava?
How wide?
Yeah,
It's probably about 80 feet across.
80 feet.
Yeah, it's a giant lava flow.
I'll skip the idea of a long jump.
It's still not
I mean, the rocks that jump through, you figure you could probably hop from one to the other as long as you were careful.
How big is the hole the lava comes in?
It seems to be coming from underneath the earth itself.
So I could climb the wall around.
If you went up to the other end of the room, you probably could.
Yeah, I should have.
What was separating the water from the lava in the previous room?
The water from the lava.
Yeah.
Nothing, just the lay of the land.
Okay. So it was just like flowing. Was
Yeah.
there like a large portion of land in between them, or could I like possibly like take out a decent amount of?
If you did, the lava would flow. The water would flow downwards, not
Yeah.
upwards.
We went up.
Oh right, yeah. Damn.
The door with the steps leading up to it. Can we access the steps?
They are broken off, but you figure if you spend enough time, you could probably work your way up there.
And would
Especially
then
if Thal happened to have rope and could help.
yeah. Wow, but he doesn't have any. I know that. So
He has one rope.
true. I mean, he hasn't shown it to me, so I don't know. So if we went up to there, can we get back across the lava from the over there? Is
Once again, you
steps?
probably could. It would be the same thing on the other side. They just find a way
Steps
down.
would be good. Okay. Does that seem more safe than stepping over rocks?
Probably.
I'll head towards that.
So you get to the edge of these broken steps. You look up and about 60 feet up. You just see a stone Outcropping.
I think about my rope for like a good solid 10 minutes. And how much I wish I had it.
I'm climbing over the other side. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, no.
What's the pull there? It's like, you think we should go up there?
Just it looks like it'd be easier than the pit of lava.
I'll climb up and throw you some rope.
Cool.
Yeah, 20 something.
Yeah, so you manage to find some handholds. Tears your fingers up a little bit because they are quite sharp, but you do manage to get to the top.
I think technically I've got this on.
You tear your gauntlets up then?
Yeah.
Well, I think gauntlets go on the outside and you still have soft skin exposed to
that
grip.
makes sense. I have to go grip things. So I get to the door and out of my invisible bag, go rope.
So there's the rope there.
I'll use that to climb up.
Yep, so dex check.
Natural 20.
Yeah, you just scale straight up quite comfortably. And look down to see Kaz folding his arms looking up at you.
It's sort of like,
Yeah, alright.
Strength check.
can I assist knowing he's, you know,
Vertically
needs
challenged.
it?
Vertically challenged.
No, but what I will say is you try and climb it and you see him get a couple of hands overhand and they just fall with his ass on the ground. And you think maybe if you just tell him to grab it, you'll pull him up.
Tie it to yourself.
I just try and grab it again, just angrily.
If you're just grabbing it, dex check.
Nat 20.
You manage to hold onto it the whole way up as you drag
If
up
it's
the rocks.
strength, dirty 20.
Yep. The dirtiest of 20s.
Well, the look when I get when I'm finished.
So you're all up on the top now. Feeling very familiar as you look up to the right and there is a stone passageway. But you see it's now collapsed. Rubble's falling out of it.
Is there still like an Abbathor shape?
Not through this part.
That was the passageway that led to all the spiders, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's where you first came in.
Yeah.
That seems to have been collapsed now.
Do we have a better view of this thing that's in the wall?
It's probably a worse view from here.
Fair enough.
But as you go up, you do notice this stone door is a little bit off centre. Probably from where the mountain collapsed in.
Yeah. Does it look... Is it ajar, like open?
It is like you could get back in there fairly
Okay.
easily.
Alright. And then looking through, is it filled with rubble in there?
There's some broken parts and broken walls, but you feel like you could probably get in there fairly easily.
Okay.
At least in this part.
Do I see Jathar running towards this thing across the way?
I don't know, do you?
Have I made it over there?
If you wanted to, you could have.
Yes, I am totally running towards the giant snake now.
The giant snake.
You get there, and there's giant plates of metal in the wall.
Does it look like the other plates that I spent so long climbing up?
Similar, but different. The other ones felt slippery. They were scales. This isn't scale.
Hello, I'm Jafar.
Say this to a
The wall does not respond.
So is it like going into the wall?
It looks like it's going into the wall, and it looks like the stone's collapsed on top of it.
How big is this stone?
Very big. It's half of a mountain.
I scream across the way.
Jathar, try and get one of the plates off!
I touch one of the plates. Alright, try and tug on it a little.
Yep, it doesn't move.
Perhaps we can go and raid the rest of the armory while he is busy.
If there's an attack, it's not a bad idea.
We left many weapons there.
Do you have any bags to carry them with?
I have a bag.
Like an infinite storage sort of bag? Or a...
No.
Where did the other plates go? If someone trapped in the mouth?
Where the lava flow goes, there is a passageway that leads off that way. It looks like it veers around to the right.
Is that where the rest of the plates go?
It's where you would think they go. It disappears into another piece of stone that's collapsed.
No, I mean the other end.
Yeah, so it looks like rocks have crumbled and pinned both ends down.
Alright. I pull one of the plates really hard.
Roll a strength check.
Eight.
So you see Jathar sort of get his paws in one, put his feet up and pull at it, and just nothing even budges. You see him sort of shudder a bit as it moves a little bit in the wall.
Is it moving like parcels or just shifting?
Just shifting.
Do we care?
I mean, like,
I don't even know what it is.
I turn to wait. Where's Gareth?
Oh, yeah.
I'm imagining you pulled her up on the road. If not, she's standing at the bottom.
100% pulled up Gareth.
What are you doing down there?
Well, someone would throw me a rope.
Well, none of us have any rope.
Thank you. Archie quite nimbly climbs up.
Is this
So rude.
a little on edge? It's been a couple of weeks.
Any idea what that is?
If I didn't know better, I'd say it's another one of those giant snakes. This is where she said her brother was.
Yeah, that's what I'm very afraid of.
But it looks like this one's trapped if it is.
What do we
The
do?
mountain's collapsed on top of it.
On top of the whole snake, I guess that's possible.
Do we cut a way into it?
I know, but
Get, like, murder it from the inside. This is possibly
Well,
the best way to do it.
the drow could stick their poisonous daggers through its scales and kill it.
I assume it takes a lot of poison to kill this thing.
It's probably poison.
They are known for their poison.
But also, Blair doesn't care about poison because it's a snake.
Depends on the type of venom. And it's just
We can poison snakes.
Oh, that's convenient.
you're just gonna need a lot of it.
Something off about this one.
Yeah, something very off about this one.
Does it seem of a similar size, like in the wall from what we can see of the scales? Does it seem bigger or
Probably
small?
bigger.
Yeah.
Just a little bit though.
Can we go towards this thing?
If you want to tie the rope on, climb down. Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Alright, so we'll head over there.
I'm gonna try and open the door.
It's just open it.
You could walk in there.
Okay,
It's ajar.
because I feel like that head is somewhere else.
For sure. But I want to just inspect. It's trapped right now, at least it seems. Let's inspect this as much as we can, learn as much about it, and then we'll head in.
Sounds like a plan. I'm gonna stay up here.
Okay. Yeah, I'll head down. It's just.
Yep.
Does it seem organic?
Yes,
But no.
but strange.
That's strange. Is there any kind of? I just want to learn. I want to study it, see if I can figure out what this thing even is. Like, how does it differ? Because it's different to the other snake that we've met.
Yeah. Roll insight.
7.
Well, it's definitely different.
Yeah.
You're just not really sure how. You don't know a lot about snakes.
Yeah.
If you really wish Vivana was there, she'd be able to tell you probably exactly.
Super duper. Shit.
I'm gonna start wandering and exploring the other way while they.
Yep.
It's just kind of like.
I throw a board at the snake and I head back.
As you walk up, you notice a lot of it has collapsed in. It's almost quite eerie. You were here not long ago, and it was so well preserved for so many years. For it to be in ruins now, makes your little dwarf heart sad.
All it takes is one dwarf to ruin a relic.
Is it possible for me to slip my rapier between an armor plate?
Yeah.
Can I just like press it as far as I go and come out and see if there's anything on the blade
Yeah.
at all?
So you put it in, and how long is it? It's about 3 feet, 4 feet.
No, I'm not sure actually. It's a good question. Probably, probably that long. Yeah.
So you put it in, but it comes back completely clean.
Did it feel like I pierced anything?
It felt like it went through the armor plates. Whether it went past the internal armor
Yeah.
overlap, you're not sure.
Could I wiggle it around?
Yep.
Was it like tinny?
Not tinny, no.
This is an enigma.
You do look to the left and see there is a passage leading around that you could probably take and maybe find out more.
Oh, there's actually. It's not like just the small spaces. There's actually.
Well, there is
Walk
a
alongside
cave
of
that leads off around to where the rest of this must be, unless it comes to a dead end.
Yeah.
Or turns back on itself.
And I assume I'm alone, just out here with this snake right now.
Yeah, I'm saying at top going.
I would have walked
Oh,
down the
yeah.
passage instead of coming back if I had realised that that's what it was. I thought you meant the passage was caved in. And that's where the other one went.
Oh no. No, there's a passage that leads around.
So
Tell
you
me
go
why
into
she
the
was stabbed
passage
there.
then?
Yep.
Okay.
After I watch you stab it.
So you follow through the passage?
Yep. Oh, stealth.
I pull out the far one down the passage.
23.
Yep, so you go through this passage and it opens up into another large chamber, which is a lot of the stones collapsed here. But it looks like it was a very large chamber not long ago. And you do see what's very obvious with the body of a snake winding and twisting around. You don't see its head, but the cavern does open up if you go around the corner.
I'll walk out and I'm like, hello, I'm Jafar, the master thief.
From the rubble you see this shaking and these stones come loose and start tumbling down. And this giant snake head comes up out of the earth and looks at you with dead eyes. Opens its mouth and its teeth are falling out. And it just lets out a hiss that rattles. And in that moment you notice that the scales have turned to bone. Whatever fell killed the snake, but it's not staying dead.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Mountain.
no.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
And that is where we are going to leave it.
The fucking mountain, dude.
So thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you had fun. At least more than these guys did at the end.
We were in the cave the whole time.
We could have just run across the lava.
And we've been burnt eternally.
Yeah.
So don't forget to join us tomorrow
Crawl out of
night
it,
and
fine.
this time next week as well.
I was thinking of skin.
I was honestly